magic damage that they're going to be throwing. They have their own Revitalize. It's a good thing that Jome will have a Purify here. But ultimately, the biggest game changer for this is a aggressive Edith that needs to be able to initiate these fights and not just let it all be up to Chaknu here. So that will be the secret sauce for Game 2 if we see Smart Omega go ahead and turn this into a
Mobile
1-to-1 series.
Legends.
As we load up in the Land of Dawn, let's see if this is going to be a sweep for TLPH or Smart Omega can take it to Game 3.
Yeah, and that's really what we were talking about earlier, right? With the Infinix keys to victory, how the XP laners will be able to pave the way and lead the way for their roamers because, again, they play a very crucial role now that both JP and Chaknu are what we can consider set-up heroes. So maybe less for Chakno and more for JP. So they do stand at the back line first before heading into a more dangerous positions in the front lines.
I'm looking for maybe a...
Ooh!
Wow.
I thought Sanji got it, sorry.
I'm looking for maybe like, I'm trying to reason out this Vexana pick. He just maybe wants to just throw at the Turtle Guard from far away, and maybe that's going to be it, basically. And try to just go back in after cooldowns are done. It feels like the instant reaction of most of our teams today whenever they see that Joy, and I don't know if it's right.
Yeah. And the fact that it's, you know, Carl Teasy, he loves this Joy, too. And if he gets a lead on it, he's even more aggressive, so... They might look for that early kind of setup potential here now on the top side, or even if it just comes down to burning out some of the battle spells, that might be the best thing they can do. And again, he's 5-0 on the Joy, by the way, for Carl Teasy.
Oh my
and
god.
Oheb, 9-1, only losing once. Maybe this is... Yeah.
It's like best pick scenario here for TLPH. Comfort galore.
Oh, they might initiate a fight there unless they call it off. Spotted out, so Sanford makes his way here now.
Keeping your eyes on level 4s.
Yeah, trying to get that level 4. Turtle's up, so Andoria will start it up. JP giving the information. Lewis and Chaknu are helping out. Oh.
Luis going on the offensive here, trying to push back Carl Teasy, but you know what? He is back in the game. Andoria great on the Retribution, though, will be denying them access to that turtle, and they also get first blood. Sanford is going to be in trouble here and will go down. So that is going to be 2 kills going over to Omega and plus a turtle. What a beautiful start for the Barangay.
Yes, and that's a great setup coming up from Omega because they were able to flow their minions level 4 earlier on and punish JP in the overextension. And so TLPH right now, they're looking for a trade, and that trade will be Carl Teasy against Luis. But so far, I would say that in that entire skirmish, Omega still has the upper hand.
They have the upper hand, but again, they didn't have to go and give a kill over to Carl Teasy. Like, they didn't have to be all the way over there. They could have gotten that, the double kill, the turtle, and then backed off, gone back to lanes. You know, so that is a kill now in the hands of Carl Teasy. And yeah, he's going to go and try to catch up a little bit here against Endoryu, who also got the double, which is great for him. Just like the previous game, he had those 2 early kills on the Ling. Hopefully he can maintain it because TLPH is always known for the macro play too. And that's what you have to watch out for. The last fight, JP didn't have the level 4, so he really wasn't able to go off for a pick-off potential, and he was clearly just giving vision over to TLPH. So they'll go ahead and wait, kind of reset things here. Oheb visiting the mid lane. Some extra damage. Wow,
good info and good damage coming in from Oheb here. Just basically the duo, Sanji and Oheb, playing around the Eternal Guard.
That was a very smart play from Sanji because that was the passive that we have been talking about in the draft, how it's been very crucial so far in the kit of the Farsa. And with Oheb there, just wanting to clear the mid lane so as he can double lane, there's a bonus of another hero in the name of Okir.
Yeah, at least Jome got a lot of that extra gold off the turret, but now you can see where the focus is. Also here on the top side, they're assaulting both fronts down the top side and the bottom. The turtle's up though, so they're going to get in position, and you see Oheb and JP making their way to join this fight. So TLPH might try to stall it out, and Doryu knows his buff is going to be up, so we can go ahead and focus on that. This one might be a little bit different now. This time that JP has level 4. He's got the Way of the Dragon and the Flicker available, so they'll get in range for this.
All right, they're trying very hard. JP, though, going in with the Way of the Dragon, goes straight for Louise. JP gonna fall, though, and will be traded with Shaknu. Turtle going over to Louise. No Retribution making a hit there. But look at that. Look at Andoryu getting some really good shots into Sanford.
That was a lot of team fight happening. One of the major team fights right now, 5v5, that we have seen in the matchup right now. But who got the upper hand there was OMG, because despite there being two retribution holders, it was Luis that took the kill, the turtle rather. But now, what's been working so far for OMG is the fact that they have been waiting for JP to set up plays and then counter engaging from then on. So essentially, the meaning of this is that they have the kits to be able to turn the tides against them, considering fully well that they have Jom, they have Okir with the Deathly Grasp and Eternal Guard. So that's what they need to wait for. Those kinds of timings is what will lead to their victory against TLPH.
Okay.
Possibly here, TLPH does feel like they're not really pushing the envelope too much. So that's a start for Omega.
Yeah, they did take the orange buff. So Andoryu is not going to have that. And at the same time, TLPH has just kind of been able to go ahead and play around the map the way they want to. So right now, focus down here in the mid. You see Carl TZ. This is what he likes to do on the door. He's very proactive.
Oh, Andoryu! They saw the dash being used up, and that's going to mean that Andoryu has to use everything he has just to stay alive.
Oh, this is going to be so tough to get his purple. It's going to be taken now, too. But they are going to trade for the turret. Now Tier 1 in the bottom goes down in the hands of Smart Omega. But another buff lost here for Andoryu. Wait, did he get it?
Yeah,
he did.
Okay.
I do think that that's the merit of having a Vexana in the lineup. We've seen JP try to set up, Sanford set up that fight by the Glorious Pathway, and then just use Cursed Deathly Grasp, so all of the teammates near him will also be terrified, leading into Andoryu being alive in that matchup. Because right now, this is the last turtle, so it's going to be very crucial whoever wins the trade or whatever happens in this fight.
Okay, Eternal up. Last one of the game. There's a nice little push here up top. They'll clear that out. JP might be the one to start things up again as he has the flicker available. And so far, that is always the difficult part about being the Cho. You know, you're usually the one to go initiate that fight, and you put yourself in that position to get punished. Now for Smart Omega.
Wow.
Well, they won't be able to get him.
Whoa, good damage.
Does a lot of damage.
And trying to look for Okir, trying to look for Jom here or Andoryu. JP's job is a little tough. He goes straight for the jungler. Suyo gonna be able to fall though, or not really. It's gonna be Chaknu going down and the turtle going over TL, but look at that fight. Looking really good for Omega. They're scrambling, they're slashing, they are diving and profiling, and Carl TZ has to make a run for it.
3-4-1 exchange, all in favor of OMG. And again, this is what has been working for OMG. Waiting for JP to engage and having counter engages. And with that, it seems as if Andoryu and Jom are both online. They are dishing out enough damage output, and they are donning a what lead now? Almost, wait, just 100, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, that's what I was surprised with. And that's why I'm saying this is great for Smart Omega, but all this action they're getting, imagine 3 kills and everything else, it's barely a lead for them. And even when it comes down to it, they both have the same amount of turrets. So it's the macro level that TLPH is playing at. And now how long will that be in their favor? You know, Smart Omega, like I said, is actually doing really well in terms of fighting around the objectives.
Yeah.
So that's all they have to do.
When we talk about that, though, it feels like, you know what, it's just what TL does. They try to speed up the game, catch you by surprise, so that you don't notice that, hey, my buffs are getting stolen, my green camps are getting stolen. I think that's what's happening here.
Yep, and with Holy Crystal being built now by Carl TZ, definitely the damage of electrifying beats will be so much more painful. And what's also something that we need to see is how Sanji, I think, is now building Blood Wings. That has been the tendency of Farsa users recently because of the speed up of the Wings by another 50%, I believe, in terms of movement speed. And the reason why you build Blood Wings alongside it is because the moment your Blood Wings shield is gone, you get a movement speed also. So when you're walking in the river, especially if you have Wilderness Blessing, you get super fast, like a turbo bird.
Turbo boost.
Do you like the Rapid Boots combo with that as well? Some players do that.
Super Friends is the one who started that.
Yeah, you like it?
Oh.
Mixed friends.
Same here.
Yeah.
My stream chat brought that up.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you use Rapid Boots with Farce? And I was like,
I'm not Super Friends.
Yeah, you're not Super Friends, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Hey, Whatever works for you, you know?
Works for
Yes.
But that also is a Holy Crystal now in the hands of Jome, so their fighting power is going to be pretty good. That's why you see Smart Omega taking control of this Lord. Carl Teasy is going to make his way. So half health on the Lord right now. They might just go ahead and try to force a fight. Feathered Airstrike.
Carlton is very far away, by the way, but he's going to be able to make it in time just in case. But no contestation whatsoever. It's a full reset. Andori's on the side. I think TLPH kind of has an idea where Omega retreated to. With Sanji up on front, JP up on this bush as well. So let's see it. There you go. Very good positioning for TL.
Yeah, and right now, I would say that what Carl TZ did as they were juggling in that Lord really paid off because the top lane is now pushed so far.
Oh no, JP!
JP, he's in trouble. Oh no, big error there coming in for Luis though with a beautiful Earth Shatter pushing back TLPH. And the Eternal Guard missing its mark, but look at it. It's a 4v5.
It's a 4v5. They're going to force them off. They want to take this Lord.
They want to go for it. Look at them. Sanji up on front. Andoryu with the steal.
Oh, Carl.
And there you go, Carl TZ trying to get some kills on the back.
Oh.
That's going to be 2. Make it free. That's a no-go. Oheb actually gets taken out by Andoryu.
Oh, Andoryu's going to get stunned. He should be able to get away, though.
Can he, though? He's getting chased by the GOAT. The young GOAT is on the hunt alongside Sanji. I think they want to get this kill, and they're not going to get it. Make a run for it, though. The rest of Omega are here.
That was so dangerous from Carl TZ, but I guess he just wanted to test the limits. But now they will be able to burst down this Lord pretty quickly. And what happened there in the mid lane is what we have been talking about a while ago, that for OMG, they just need to wait for a chance to counter-engage. Because although that intention was good coming from JP, because of the fact that you have an Edith, you have the Curse, you have the Deathly Grasp from the Valentina, the tendency is for the second phase of the Way of the Dragon to get cancelled. So he won't be able to maximize its fullest capabilities.
True that. That was huge.
Oh, they want to fight here, it looks like.
Yeah, trying to go for the chase here. Luis on the side and Doryu as well getting pushed back. Oheb still has some pretty good firepower, so he's able to just push him back. But don't forget, there's also a Lord walking up on bottom.
Yeah, they're going to go deal with that. They do hold on barely to the tier 1 in the mid lane. They are most likely going to lose this tier 2. So nothing too crazy. A jump from Chaknu. Won't find a connection. And JP just going to hold it down.
JP once more up on front. Oh my goodness, JP just cannot move. It's so hard to move up in the front if you're getting crowd control chained.
I'm not sure what he was doing there because he didn't have flicker either. So I don't know if he expected them to engage or what. Like that was definitely a mistake from JP.
Yep, maybe he was looking for a possible pick off. He had an ultimate, but again, all of his teammates were so far away and Oheb was forced to flicker out. So right now for TLPH, this is something that they need to control. But what's interesting is the fact that they still are leading in terms of gold, but Carl TZ fell down.
I think he's definitely checking his damage.
Yeah, right. A while ago.
He knows there's multiple members of Smart Omega, and he's like, yep, I'm not there yet.
We see.
Yep, not there yet.
He can afford the 20 seconds probably, but you know, I don't know if that was worth it to check if you can kind of just one-shot combo someone. He put on Doryu half with one Leon and Crystal though.
Yeah, he did. And this is the moment for Smart Omega to make a move for this. Continue to go get a turret. Luis jumps
nice
in.
Try on the set. Good clear here. Coming from TLPH. Getting chased down by Omega. JP pushes him back out of Chaknu's AOG. But look at that. JP again getting caught in the middle. Sanford actually will suffer as well. That's a double kill for Jome.
Wow. What a very fast response from OMG, but faster response from Carl TZ.
Oh my god, he's trying to respond to everything right now. This is a young GOAT move.
I feel like they're just in the mood to fight, man.
Yeah, like both teams, right? All of this relentless fighting, no stopping. But for OMG, it's all been working in their favor again because they are waiting for JP to create that opening. And the moment they do see him, that's when they fight back. And Doryu right now is so well fed, as well as the other members of OMG.
Trying to go for it. No retribution available. That's going to go into Andoryu for this Lord. 14 minutes in the game, and it looks like Omega are finally punching back.
Finally, Smart Omega is able to get more control of this. It's just really interesting because when we're seeing TLPH do some of this, like choosing the fights, it's like, yeah, you probably don't need to do that or take that fight, but Smart Omega has been responding pretty well to that. TLPH, though, they're not letting up. If you look at the momentum that they're bringing to this game, even when they lose these team fights, they're still looking for things to take, and they know that they should be able to clear up the Lord. But this, for Smart Omega, if they can catch someone out of here, then they should be in the base of TLPH and closer to Game 3.
Yep, right now for OMG, I would say they have the upper hand in terms of pushing all of the other lanes. Carl TZ will be left behind, but other than that, TLPH as of now, I don't think they are seeing the chemistry or the synergy of the lineup that they have envisioned in their mind. Because so far, despite JP's, I would say, okay setups, it hasn't been connecting with the rest of the Cavaliers.
Okay, Lord here, it's half health. Feather Dare Strike, come down, drop down. A little bit of damage. Divine Glaive for Jome.
Nice knockup from Luis with Earth Shatter. Now it's going to be Chaknu and JP dancing around each other. Sanford again with a chain CC coming in from Omega. Just terrifying amount of damage. And now there's also a push happening on the split push part of the map. Carl TZ pushing that inhibitor turret as well. They traded.
Oh, they traded. They're going to take the purple buff from Carl, but he's happy to get a base turret off of that.
I think they can't even take the turret. They have to commit to the push here. And there goes the Feather Airstrike. JP, he finds the gear. Oh my goodness, that was huge. Flicker used by Gear. He is still alive, but look at that. They catch Job, and they catch Louise. Chaknu can't even help him now.
Oh no, Carl's still going to be on the chase. They find a couple kills off of that.
Yeah. Oh no, really, for TLPH.
Oh no.
Because OMG, I do think that they've overextended quite a little bit in that entire sequence, which led to TLPH finding an opening again. We have been talking about openings a while ago, but the thing is, for TLPH right now, the reason why they are so confident with Carl TZ being left at the top and the rest of their members defending the bottom lane is because they know they have
Ukir casting Eternal Guard, that's all he can do. Tower goes down, JP's still gonna stay alive because of the Revitalize. And now another member falling from Omega just before the Lord starts.
I would say though, everything TLPH has been doing to catch up with the lead OMG has against them is all veteran moves and champion moves.
Veteran moves.
Yeah. No other way to describe it.
That's why I was saying, if you look at this entire game, you're seeing Smart Omega win skirmishes, team fights, objectives, but somehow, some way, TLPH has been able to go ahead and lead economy-wise, and now they've got the 2K lead because of the macro. I've been saying this, we've been saying this since the game started. It's the macro that TLPH is playing right now, and they're starting this Lord.
They're looking for it. JP jumping into 4 members of Omega. Andoryu gets the Lord. What's it gonna be though? Sanji's still alive. Sanford is as well. And now it looks like TLPH are going for the chase. But that will be only happening later on. They're low on HP. The call is to just go back and retreat for now.
Thankfully, Andoryu somehow got the Lord that was blitzed by TLPH, so they stay in the game for now.
Yeah, and this is what we have been talking about, right? That naturally, the Suyu's damage output in the Retribution has more damage compared to a Joy. So what I was expecting there that TLPH will do is that JP will instead cast his Way of the Dragon, or at least the last phase of the Jeet Kune Do against Andoryu. But I did think that they were rushing a bit too much because they casted it against Luis instead.
Scarl again. See, these guys just no rest whatsoever. No rest for the aggression of TLPH. They're just built to keep going.
This is really that play style, and I feel like this is what every team, this is how they feel. They just feel like there's a constant momentum, a constant stampede at the doors here. Even when you have this confidence, okay, we're winning most of this, there's always something that TLPH is doing across the map from you. So right now, game is still in play. Smart Omega is okay. They're not that far behind. They still have technically an advantage in terms of space to work with, even on the map. They've got the 7 turrets instead of the 6, but both teams have a base turret down.
Yeah.
Now the question is, does Smart Omega have an option to do what TLPH is doing on, across the map? Honestly, they don't as well because of Joy. That's what she shines at. She's able to go into the far lane or, on the other side of the map, make a move, make something happen very quickly, and then swing back around. Whereas this lineup from Smart Omega, in a way, kind of has to be together.
Oh
my
my goodness!
Whoa!
Unbelievable! Oh my God! What a play from Carl TZ!
Big damn!
Young GOAT, indeed. I think everything that has been happening right now is all because OMG hasn't kept Carl TZ in check. The fast
Insane.
rotations from the sides, all because they haven't been responding to whatever Carl has been doing. And now, all of the favor is now at TLPH's disposal because OMG is just reacting to whatever
OGB.
Carl is doing.
They go for it right now. They catch Shaknu no more. Get not catch up on front. Luis falling as well with the immortality
Carl.
element. Oh, Carl TZ's dancing in and out of that turret range. Luis forced to use the primal wrath to try to go for the wave clear even more. And two members remaining here for Omega. Andoryu up in 2. Jome, can he sustain? Can they defend this turret? I think there is an option here for TLPH to go for the Lord, but they're not going to go for it. They go straight for the base.
Oh, Conceal's going to be used. They go for that mid turret.
Carl.
TZ, he's dancing. You saw how much damage he can throw. And looks like they are going to go just for the jugular, straight for the base. And there goes that feathered airstrike, clearing up these minions.
Maybe
looking
not.
for a way in, but looks like Omega will just have enough, barely enough to defend the base.
That was great defense coming from Omega, and they knew that they could still defend that tower. And so what TLPH did is that they respected the damage output coming from Jome and Andoryu, as well as the crowd control, the chain crowd control from that Edith, and so they backed away. What's good right now, though, for TLPH is that they can take control of this Lord earlier on before a fight breaks on. But for OMG, they fully, very well aware that they can blitz down whoever is in front for TLPH.
This is tough, man, because you know Carl TZ can do that same thing against Andoryu. He's got to be so careful approaching even this Lord take, and the base being fully exposed right now too. It puts him in a kind of precarious situation to deal with. JP this time around has the immortality. Sanford waiting around the corner. They're going to pull the Lord towards them. It's a half health. JP?
JP, he goes for the Jeet Kune Do. They choose Luis, and there goes the Edith. But look at the damage coming in from Omega. It's also very, very good. Still alive. Here's JP going out with the Jeet Kune Do, able to get out of harm's way, and it's Shaknu falling instead.
Look at Carl. Andoryu.
Pincer maneuver. They're chasing Andoryu right now, and they are forcing back the 3 remaining members of Omega to go back to their base.
What a play from TLPH. I do think that I get now the reason why JP has been kicking Luis over and over again. It's also because of the fact that Oheb and Sanji needs to be able to free hit. But with the threat of an Edith's chain crowd control, the onward and earth shatter, they won't be able to do that. But this is the first time that that has been effective, because for the majority of the times that JP has been doing that, OMG knew what to do. But now they weren't able to react properly in a way that benefits them.
Yeah, and it's now going to be a really difficult defense here for Smart Omega. This Evolved Lord coming into the mid lane, all base turrets down. They're going to have to pull an amazing defense. Luckily, Chakno will be up by the time they want to defend this. But we'll see. Oh,
there you go. JP choosing his option. Luis cannot play this game. No way for the Edith to actually do anything. And there you go. They're struggling. They're scrambling. They're trying to see if they can mount the defense. But looks like it is just way too much. And TLPH with a 2.